very good day to you out there, wherever you may be. This is Ollie here at Visordown.com with the words to the images you see before you, with our latest motorcycling 10 of the best. Now, when it comes to motorcycling, we all had to start somewhere. From those wobbly initial meters as you twist the throttle for the first time, to the nerve-wracking moment you hit the big road for the first time. We've all probably experienced it, but it is all worth it for that shiny big bike license that opens up a world of exciting motorcycle options. After all, if you're buying your first new motorcycle, you don't just want to get it right, you want to get it right for you. Never fear, newbie. Visordown has cherry-picked 10 multi-talented mid-size selections that we reckon you can't go far wrong with. After all, you never forget your first. The Yamaha R6 is dead. Long live the Yamaha R7? Well, not quite. If the R6 was a scorcher of a 4-pot sports bike, then the R7 is rather more room temperature by comparison. But rest assured, if you're just starting out, the R7 is still a tasty option as Yamaha's latest mid-range sports bike. With 72 brake horsepower churning out of Yamaha's venerable triple-cylinder 689cc engine, the R7 may not be as race-ready as the R6 or flagship R1, but you can still feel their DNA in the sharp riding dynamics and responsiveness, all without being anywhere near as intimidating. The R7 is good value too, with prices starting at £8,400. It feels like a quality product through and through, and provided you can live with that fussy front-end design, it still looks the part too. See this motorcycle here? Yep. Well, you are looking at the UK's new biggest selling motorcycle above 125cc. Yes, the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 has knocked the BMW R1250 GS Adventure off its perch as the UK's favourite full-size motorcycle. It seems buyers have been swooned by its well-judged, nostalgic flavoured looks, its refreshing simplicity, and, perhaps most of all, its knockdown sub £4,000 price tag. Brimming with character and coming with a host of personalisation options, the Meteor 350 might just be the perfect motorcycle for first-timers. But if you're not sold on those classic lines, then how about something a little trendier with a sister Hunter 350? About to go on sale here in the UK, the Hunter shares the Meteor's sensibilities but wraps them up in a more contemporary package. Either way, they are both excellent choices. If motorcycles are never going to be your mastermind subject, then we wouldn't blame you if you simply defaulted to the most popular brand when buying your first bike. And no brand, both in the UK or globally, is more popular than Honda. Lucky for you, Honda has a diverse range of motorcycles for all shapes, all sizes, prices and levels of experience. But we reckon this, the Honda CB500X, is the best of them all. 1/4 of Honda's slap bang in the middle, easy to ride 500cc line, which also includes the CB500F Naked, the 500R sports bike, and the CMX 500 Rebel Cruiser, more on that later. The CB500X is the multi-talented soft-roading tourer option that punches well above its weight. Also available on an A2 license, the handsome CB500X is a punchy performer. It's refined on the move and feels more premium than its £6,699 price tag might have you believe. All in all, for most, it will be all the bike you'll ever really need. We have always considered Kawasaki's iconic Ninja sports bike range to be something of an oxymoron. After all, what self-respecting ninja would go do ninja things wearing the greenest green in all of Greentown? But we're talking about motorcycles here. So if it's a statement you're wanting to make with your first bike, a Kawasaki Ninja 650 is just that. Like the Yamaha R7, the Ninja 650 is more tepid than hot in terms of power at 67 brake horsepower, but with its keen handling, sporty looks and torquey engine, you can still detect a hint of the ZX-10R in its recipe, albeit at a tremendously value-added price tag of under £7,000. It turns out you don't need to go big to go hard, so to speak, anyway. This is KTM's 390 Adventure, a rough and tough and style adventure motorcycle that condenses all of KTM's revered off-roading know-how into a compact, value-orientated package. Yours for a snip under £6,000. While KTM insists the 390 Adventure is designed for light off-roading, it still belies its size by being a more capable all-terrain motorcycle than you might expect. while it holds its own on the road too. So, if your motorcycling ambitions go beyond tarmac, but your budget is more straight and narrow, no other model in this price range takes you or your money further, quite literally. A motorcycle for those of you that have diligently saved those hard-earned pennies to buy something that will make the neighbours' curtains twitch. The Aprilia 660 doesn't just keep up with the Joneses, it leaves them in its dust. Developed around Aprilia's excellent new mid-range 660 platform, the 200 Naked is as fun and usable when pootling around town as it is being let loose on a track day. Better still, you will not tire of its terrific twin soundtrack. Granted, it's not cheap, with prices flirting with the £10,000 mark. But for that, you get a wealth of gizmo wizardry, some exquisite attention to detail, plus top-notch quality and engineering. If you can afford it, the Aprilia 660 is worth every penny. Something for the weekend, sir? Madam? Well then, allow me to introduce you to the Honda CMX 500 Rebel. Yes, if your idea of motorcycling is all about the easy, unhurried rides on a lazy Sunday, then the low-slung Rebel Cruiser is definitely more chill than your average mid-range motorcycle. Inspired by iconic Harley-Davidsons of years gone by, while this 477cc version of the Rebel won't trigger tremors as it rumbles by, it's still an easy-to-ride, comfortable yet good value way to enjoy the simpler pleasures of just riding. Throw in understated good looks, solid engineering and a starting price tag of £6,200, and the Rebel is as relaxing to own as it is to ride. With models like the Rocket 3, Speed Triple and Bonneville, while many beginners might aspire to own a Triumph, for a long time there was no appropriate Triumph available for beginners. That has all changed now with the launch of the brilliant Trident 660 middleweight roadster, and now this, the Triumph Tiger Sport 660. The Trident's more sensible cousin. While the Tiger Sport 660 isn't quite as trendy as its roadster sibling, it is a more versatile, multi-skilled choice for those looking to combine urban commuting with getting out on the open road. Majoring on spaciousness, comfort, ease of riding and big bike feel, the Tiger Sport 660 stands out from rivals like the Kawasaki Versys and Yamaha Tracer by retaining much of the Trident's triple-cylinder propelled vigour and sportiness. If the KTM Duke 390 is just a bit, orange, then how about its considerably moodier Swedish cousins, the Husqvarna Svartpilen and Vitpilen 401. While they aren't the newest motorcycles in a competitive low-capacity segment, the Huskies have aged well with their chunky understated looks that are unlike anything else in the class. While the Cafe Racer style Vitpilen, with its clip-on handlebars and high flat seat, is low-key cool, pitched at those who prefer something a bit more laid back than the more sports-orientated Duke, the Pilen pair are the choice of the more discerning beginner. An oldie but a goodie, the Suzuki SV650 has been around for so long, you could almost call it a classic. Launched way back in 1999, the mid-capacity roadster has undergone surprisingly few changes since then. And yet, there is still a lot to like about the SV650, most notably its sprightly, audibly satisfying 645cc V-twin engine, which, when married to its stripped-back lightweight chassis, makes it a hoot to ride. Flip the coin, however, and the SV650, with its unsophisticated trellis-framed look, can't disguise its age quite so easily, while it lacks the polish of its rivals. But for beginners seeking a motorcycle that would do exactly what it says on the tin, the SV650 is a big can of fun. So there you go, 10 motorcycles for those of you just starting out or upgrading to your first big bike. Agree? Disagree? Well, that's what the comments function is for. But while you're there, let us know what your first full-size motorcycle was, and if you'd ever recommend it. And of course, please like and subscribe to the Visordown YouTube channel for world-first motorcycle reviews, big head-to-heads, and more. Try it, you might like it. Right, I'm off. Until we meet again, I'll say ciao for now.